I'm already laughing and I haven't even hit play yet on this video. Politics in Texas. It's a whole movie, right? Every year. It's primary season. In fact, I think next Tuesday is the election, and things have been pretty heated out here. It's mainly been the district attorney race where there's being shots thrown by fellow candidates, outsiders. But here is a refreshing take on some drama. Somebody throwing a political haymaker at a Precinct 4 county commissioner who's seeking re-election. Give this a listen.
Question, I have held true to this, but there's only twice in my history of 17 years at this desk that have I ever felt the need to use that. And I feel I'm using that ability, that power right now to inform you voters right now that your sitting Precinct 4 commissioner is a jackass.
I've watched it numerous times and I'm laughing because it's funny. The political uppercut was delivered not by a politician, but the gentleman speaking is named Burt Rex Fight. He is the publisher slash journalist slash really the only guy, the main guy at the Grand Saline Sun, which is a local regional Van Zandt County newspaper. I know Bert's trying to spread his wings and spread outside the coverage area of the moniker, the name of the place, the Grand Saline Sun. He's into county politics, and he's dipped his toe into coverage of this the last couple of elections, I've noticed. So let me set the scene for you. The guy he's calling a jackass is a guy named Brandon Barton. This is at a debate, basically, for Brandon's position, which he's running for re-election for. He has two guys that are opposing him. Now let me show you the two guys.
Okay. Let's drop the green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's talk about the fun stuff.
All right. So
Okay, so there are three dogs in the race for the Precinct 4 County Commissionership. It's the incumbent, Brandon Barton, a.k.a. Jackass, Dan Morrow, and Ryan Hansen. Now, I recognize them both. I recognize Dan, I believe, being a music leader or a song leader at a Canton church, Radiant Church. We used to attend there. We don't anymore, so I don't know if he's still there. And Ryan Hansen, I know of him because he's all over social media. It just so happens he's in a political race. He was already very ubiquitous on social media. He owned a local restaurant in one Van Zandt County town, closed it down, I believe moved to another. That one's closed down now, but he has a lot of people that like him. He has an audience. He posts a lot of social media content. To be honest, someone sent me this clip. I had zero interest in the Precinct 4 commissioner's race before this, but there's a larger video that we need to get to first before I break it down, that where Bert, the gentleman in the video, he gives more detail of why he may be pissed off. Let's take a look. Now here's the longer video. It's 2 minutes. Stick with me on this. I can't promise I'm not going to stop and start laughing because it's pure theater.
At the debate in January, Mr. Barton decided to come up and show his true colors at my press table. This situation happened to two candidates. We had 53. We had two candidates that had their names misspelled. They were copied off of the flyer that was given to us by the Republican Club, pasted into our computer, and it was done by my son. Two candidates' names were messed up for varying reasons. One of them, the actual flyer said Tonday. So Miss Tonda Curry, the sitting DA, was called Tonday in our broadcast, and Brandon Barton's name got messed up by, I guess, autocorrect. The only thing we can figure, because instead of Barton, it said Bart's son. Well, I'm telling you what, if that's Bart's son, Bart would be disappointed in how you I'm just going to tell you right now, your mama should be disappointed in the way you treated my 19 and 20-year-old producer over there, one of them being a female. There are multiple females in that area, and you sat there and acted like an ass. And yes, sir, I'm not apologetic, and I'm not going to mince words with you. So congratulations, Mr. Brandon Barton. I wish you were here so I could give this award to you in person. You get the second time that I non-endorse somebody. But I'm going to go beyond that. I hope that anybody that has voted for you in the early elections is disappointed in your behavior. And they go out and they actively campaign against you that you get no more than one vote. And I hope that's from your sister. Because I don't want nobody outside your family voting for you. I am not a coward. I'm the easiest man in Van Zandt County to find. So if you got issues with what I'm saying, come find me, feller.
Well, of course he's going to have issues. But Bert's like, come on, I'm ready to duke it out, is his whole stance. Now, I stopped it here because I've seen the video way more than 10 times. And every time I get to this part, I'm like, I can hear Eye of the Tiger pumping off in the background. He's got me wanting to run through a brick wall. Full disclosure, I've known that guy my entire life. Kindergarten, all the way till we graduated in 1993. And he's 50 years old, maybe a little older. So when somebody sent me this video, Bert getting fired up, well, it got my attention. And let me give you a reason why, because this is kind of the normal stuff that he posts. I mean, he's a newspaper, but he kind of does the stories he wants and does the content he wants. But let's take a look at some of his other content.
I make VZTV look better than my legs. There's nothing sexier than VZTV.
Now, let's go back and play it again. Brandon Barton, a.k.a. the Jackass, what have you done to piss
I make
this guy off?
VZTV look better than my legs. There's nothing sexier than VZTV.
Now, obviously, Bert has no one in his camp telling him, don't post these, but he's going to do what he's going to do.
We'll shake hands. We'll be grown-ups. And if you want to offer me an apology, face-to-face, phone call or text, you and I can work this out. We all fall. We're all human. I promise you, I've got a past. He is not a precinct commissioner in my precinct, but he is my representative in Van Zandt County. And I do not want that face on my representative. And as precinct 4 voters, you shouldn't want that kind of person in your chair. Now, if you do, you, boo. I'll lose respect for you just like I did for Mr. Barton that day. Now,
You do you, boo. Okay, let's unpack this, and then there's only a few seconds left of the video, and we'll move on. I think something definitely happened between these two, right? There's been some abrasiveness there, maybe some words exchanged. This video was done early in the week. I've sat on this clip. In the meantime, I reached out to a mutual friend of myself and the Jackass, a.k.a. Brandon Barton, the county commissioner. I asked him if I could get a quote or an interview in response to this video, which I sent him. I was told by the friend, and he wasn't speaking on Barton's behalf, wink, wink, but he says that there have been 3 instances where he and Bert, or he and someone from the Grand Sling Sun, have maybe butted heads a little bit, and that he would not be commenting on this video. And I want to set the scene a little bit further. They're having a debate. Bert's hosting a debate here for Jackass's job, right? Which Jackass, a.k.a. Brandon Barton, has a right to run for re-election. But Bert's holding a debate here for the guy's job, and he's not there. So that's not an indictment on Bert. I mean, Bert may have invited him, and he said no, he declined. But my guess is, as pissed off as Bert is, he didn't invite Brandon anywhere. This is all high entertainment. My problem with what Bert is saying in the video, and again, I believe something probably happened. Maybe Brandon went up to the desk and said something. But here's what I'm saying about my problem with what Bert is on, what really is the local regional newspaper. He's going on there telling everybody, hey, if you vote for Brandon based on my experience with him, well, I'll lose respect for you, or maybe you're a jackass too, right? Come on, Bert. There's got to be more meat on the bone than that. And I say it because what are the details? Let's don't talk in generalities. Like, tell me what he said or what he did, because as a father of 3 daughters and married to a woman, obviously, my antenna perked up when you used there were women around and heard what you said. And so that implies to me maybe something offensive was said, some profanity. So, but you got to tell me what it is. They're all adults involved. You were at a debate. You guys had words with Brandon. What was said, Bert? You got to give us more than that. I understand your passion. I understand what you're pissed off. I don't understand what you're pissed off about. I do understand that something's gotten your crawl, but there's some optics things here that I think that need to be addressed. I mean, the election's only a few days away, and the Ryan Hansen's been on your show or whatever 3 or 4 times. I don't have a dog in the race. I know Brandon Barton, aka Jackass. Bert's known him for years too. We're all the same age. He graduated next door over in Van. I'm not friends with him. I'm not friends with him on Facebook. But if I saw him at Love's Truck Stop, I'd be, hey, what's up, man? I mean, we grew up in an era where Van and Grand Saline hatred was extremely deep. Back when we played football against them, back when Grand Saline still had a backbone, and we likely will all still hate each other, right? I mean, some of those long-standing rivalries just remain. But anyway, Bert, you got to tell them more. You don't owe me anything. You can put whatever you want on the Grand Saline Sun. I have my own issues with the way reporting's done around here and cherry picking stories, but I don't own the Grand Saline Sun. News is hardly neutral anymore. It's always one-sided. So I'm not indicting Bert. I've known him my whole life. I think this is absolutely hilarious, although I don't agree with him giving just kind of a vague reference to, you don't vote for Brandon Barton because of his behavior. I've got a pass too. Like, what does that have to do with what he did? You got to tell us more. I've also got some news about the barbecue guy that keeps coming to me, and that's its own separate video, and I'll be putting that out probably later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, Friday. It's Thursday now. Everybody have a great day. Oh, and if you don't follow my page, it would help me out tremendously if you would. The Alexander Hour. I'm Randall Alexander.